Hey everybody, this is Strong K and welcome back to another episode of First Impressions. Today I paid my urologist a visit and I deemed that a good opportunity to take a look at Rat Johnson's Chronicles. All bad puns aside, Rat Johnson's Chronicles is a point-and-click adventure distributed by Microïds, French game publisher slash developer, and I think designed by Lexis Numérique or Numérique. They're also French, and most notably they released The Experiment or Experience 112, depending on where you're from. This sort of like it's like an interesting take on also an adventure game where you do not directly control the protagonist of the game, but you give her hints, as to where to go and stuff like that. It makes like an interesting use of camera perspectives and stuff like that, and the whole sitting behind a computer and controlling a player. But enough about that. Also Lexis Numérique released Amy, a survival horror game, earlier this year, which bombed horribly. Gathered a couple of really bad reviews. Let's see what we are in for here. And I'll just press enter to begin. And we will simply start from scratch here. Yeah, I want to replace that. I think I've played like 2 hours into the game, maybe 3, I'm not really sure. But I'm pretty confident that I can give like a more or less competent I can pass a fair judgment upon this game. So let me I'm trying to skip this actually because this will take a while, and there's another intro following up on that one. This might actually just be over, so I'm not going to skip this. I didn't really find the right button. And
According to the statistics, 137.3 people are killed every hour, with another 29.7 homicides in progress. I think that paints a clear enough picture of Metropolis. Large figure statistics and guys with more bullet holes than Swiss cheese. I wouldn't go as far as saying I'm delighted about the situation, but it does keep me in business. But don't get me wrong, I'm no statistician or undertaker. I'm a private investigator.
Mr. Johnson, Red, are you there? I know you're in there. Come on, open up or I'll knock this door down.
It's open.
Huh? All right.
So, this is your lucky day. You're gonna hit the jackpot with this one. You know what it's like in the police department. We're up to our eyeballs in homicides, rapes, muggings. It's never ending. We haven't always got the time.
To do your job. Yeah, spare me the story. I've heard it all before. This isn't the first time you've used the taxpayers' money to pay for my services.
Hey, as long as the job gets done, the taxpayer doesn't give a damn who does it.
All right, let's get down to business.
Oh, yeah. So, last night we got a call from this old lady. Says she witnessed a murder. She saw some guy get shot at one of the bridges over Jugal Canal. Drownman's Bridge.
Okay, give me your name and address.
I don't have them.
What do you mean you don't have them?
I got my feet tangled up in the telephone wire, dropped the phone, the line went dead, and that's it.
And that's it?
Well, yeah.
So all you've got is the name of a bridge, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Drownman's Bridge. Come on, I'll take you there. So, here we are at the crime scene. Drownman's Bridge.
Alright, and this is like we're in the middle of the action here, after a pretty lengthy introduction, I might say. And this is what the game looks like. This is basically, the bread and butter of the whole thing. We have actually like a pretty large mouse pointer here, this circular object, and I actually thought, my first impression was, oh my god, this seems to be like another iOS port or some sort, because it's like if you convert this to like an I don't know, like an iPhone or iPad screen, it makes sense. It's like roughly the size or the diameter of a fingerprint. I don't know, but it's not actually. I think it came out first on the PlayStation Network, but this is the PC version that I'm playing. So this is the PC port, which looks like this. The thing about the game is that, we got to speak to Agent Robert here, and there's nothing much that we can do otherwise. Like, we can try to take a look here at this stuff here. Yeah, it's best to talk to Officer Robert. Let's just do this to get this over with.
Where's the body? Has it been taken to the morgue?
No, sir. The little guy must have fallen over the railings and into the canal. Oops, fish food.
So all we've got of the victim is a trace of blood?
Affirmative, detective. In other words, a whole lot of nothing. Want some advice? Take a look around the bridge. Try to find some eyewitnesses. I'll go examine the bridge.
I thought you were too busy to run this investigation.
Yes, I am. But this looks like a tough one to crack, so I'll give you a hand. Well, at least to begin with.
Wow, thank God you're here. What would I do without you?
Damn right. You're lucky to have the experience of a real professional on this one. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. Robert is one of those officers who are always busy, doing nothing. A sanctimonious civil servant with too much free time on his hands. Find him something to do and he's lost. We'll let him inspect his feet while we get on with our investigation. But where do we begin? This city is full of security cameras. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them filmed the scene of the crime. Let's take a look.
Okay, so now we actually have to find a security camera. Let's open our notebook by pressing N. It's sort of like an odd choice. Okay, so like there's a lot of objectives here in the notebook, and to be perfectly honest, I'm just gonna skip through this because so far I have not really used this like too much. This is the notes section. This is like basically a wrap up of the story. This is usually the section like if in adventure games, you know, it's sometimes they give you that kind of stuff that I never read. This is, I think, only useful if you really, you know, if I have not been playing for like at least a week or something and you know, need to get up to speed. It's like, let me say off the bat, like one thing I actually do not like about this game is, it's like this premise. It's sort of weird. I'm not really buying into that. Because the thing is, like, I know where they're going here. I mean, you know, this is like a huge, like, Metropolis. I do not assume that, you know, it's the Metropolis that we are all familiar with through a certain, you know, comic book series. But, you know, it's sort of weird. Like, in the beginning, I don't know if you've been paying attention, like, the word was introduced to us as, you know, it's like a super dangerous, hostile environment. And actually, they were speaking of, like, 137 murders per hour. Which is, you know, this is just ludicrous. I mean, you know, if you, like, do the math, and I actually did the math because I am like that, you know, that would mean that per year, the death toll from, like, homicides and murders alone in the city would, you know, amount to, like, over 1.1 million people being killed. So, you know, since this obviously, like, is in reference to a, you know, metropolis such as New York City, for example, that would mean that, you know, within 8 years, this whole place would be void of people. You know, just, you know, taking this at face value. So this is kind of ludicrous. And, you know, this, I mean, you could easily say that, yeah, but you know what they're trying to do here. You don't take this literally and whatever. You know, but then it goes on. Like, for me at least, you know, you have, like, you would think, okay, with, like, over 100 murders each day, you know, why does this guy have this time to, like, stand around and do nothing, pretty much? You know, this is also, like, the characterization that we get through Red Johnson, which is, by the way, a really weird name. You know, that we get through a Red Johnson, you know, off him, be like, hey, he's like a civil servant with too much time on his hands. If you have over 100 murders per day, you would be swamped, like, in just, I don't know, identifying bodies, or it's like carrying people to the morgue, man. It's like, just, I don't know. It's sort of weird, and you know the whole theme feels odd as well. Like this is we're gonna see later. Like there's a huge mix of like tech levels, and yeah, themes in general. Like it's called Red Johnson, and as you could see like in the beginning, like in the intro, they had like Cyrillic letters, or like you know at least letters, like Latin letters in the style of like the Cyrillic alphabet, which is sort of weird because this takes place in like an American like metropolis, like a big city, you know, nothing like related to Russia in any way, shape, or form. And it gets weirder. Like, let me just point that out. But I'm gonna shut up about that now. But you know, this is like this hugely influences me, and this is the camera we're looking for, by the way. You know, this is why I'm like, you know, moving around this area so much, because I think this is important. But yeah, let's actually talk about the gameplay a little bit. As you probably have noticed already, there's a lot of like tutorialization here, and this game is like linear as I don't know, like a ruler. I don't know. Because the only thing that you can actually do is what the game wants you to do at the time. So, like we try to push this button, a button, perfectly round, a nice red card, soft to the touch, but completely useless at the moment. So, you know, unless we click on this camera, we can't even progress in the game, which is, I don't know. Right. The only problem is the ladder is stuck. How can I get it down?
I found a camera on the other side of the bridge. There's a good chance it recorded the entire crime scene. This case will be closed more quickly than I thought.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I can't reach it.
What?
I can't reach the camera because it's too high up. There's a ladder next to it, but I can't get it to come down.
There must be some sort of mechanism to make it come down. You know, some sort of lever, handle, button, something like that.
Yeah, right. I'll keep on looking.
Okay, there must be some sort of button. I mean, also like the thing that this guy is an officer. He's not even a detective. What is he doing investigating a crime scene? Well, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter. Also, like Rat Johnson, he looks, I don't know. He has like a dock worker's hat and like a bike. What is he supposed to be? Like, this is not. Like this game tries to be like, this has this like jazzy tune to it, which is sort of okay, like, you know, but which also reminds you of the film noir genre in, you know, in general. But then you have this guy that looks like, you know, your run-of-the-mill adventure protagonist, or adventure game protagonist, I should say. You know, has like this dock worker's hat on, like a motorcycle jacket, whatever that is. This is really weird. So this is the button that everybody was talking about. Yeah, it controls the ladder mechanism. Genius. Okay. So we need to get the power back on. So let's find the, I don't know. Like, we have to find a fuse box. And I already played through this portion of the game. What's this down here? Alright, we can't pick this up. So I know that the power box is, or the fuse box is here. Yeah, quick time events. Boom. Where do all dogs go? To the pound.
Yeah! Red, how goes it, my friend? I didn't know you were hanging out in the neighborhood. Come to pay a little visit to your favorite informer? Have you missed me? Come on, man. Admit it. I know it. I can feel it. You know I'm right. You missed me.
Hello, Saul.
I knew it, man. I just knew it. Me too, buddy. It's good to see you again. So, how's life treating you? How's the family? Your friends? Okay? Everything cool?
Actually...
Stop right there, bro. There's something not right. No, not right at all. You're giving off a lot of bad vibes. Your karma's all screwed up. Let me guess.
Saul.
I know bad vibes when I see them, homie. You got yourself a dead body, huh?
Saul. You know I'm a private investigator. The PI's always got a dead body.
A body? A homicide? Riddles? A new case? I love you, bro. God damn, you know you can count on me if something's wrong. I'm there for you, man. You got a problem, some risky business, or something needs fixing? I'm there for you, no problem. Hell, why do you think they say smart as Saul? There's a reason why people say that stuff.
I'm counting on you, Saul. Counting on you.
If you're stuck or your brain just can't join up the dots, pay me a visit. Good tips guaranteed for 2 years. Satisfied or your money back.
All right, Saul. I've got a problem I want to see you about.
Alright, yeah, there we are. Yeah, this is what I was talking about, man. Saul, like, this, yeah, it's sort of like the, I don't know, like a Huggy Bear rip-off, you know, like this whole, I don't know, like QuickTime event handshaking thing is about as street as Family Matters, I guess. I'm not really sure what this is all about. This is like maybe what, you know, French people think New York City looks like. I guess it's karma. It's like, you know, if you have a game that, you know, made by like an American company that takes place in France, and you see like a guy with a Basque hat and like a huge, like a baguette and like a striped shirt, you know, that's what you get. But yeah, just gameplay wise, Saul, good old Saul here is, you know, it's like, they don't say smart as Saul for, they also don't say shut the fuck up for nothing. You know, this is also something that you should take into consideration here. No, he's our in-game help. Really, really useful. So, you know, if there's anything, like, this guy makes, obviously, like, a living out of providing tips for solving puzzles. It's an interesting business model. So, yeah, again, let's get to work on the fuse box here. Right, let's, okay, then, closer look. Yeah, so this is how you, like, yeah, okay, do stuff. So basically, like with the arrow keys, you move around things in this mini game here. And I actually forgot what we're gonna. Oh yeah, I remember. So this is the fuse box. We need to open this. So this is the lock, and yeah, there's like now we're looking for some sort of code, like the numbers that we need to put in here. And then with the V key, we actually can magnify stuff. So now we have to use the, like, rotate the camera with the arrow keys, then move the mouse, and then, you know, try to find the, like, pixel hunt for like a code that's somewhere here. Let's just try this. Robert's a jerk. Yeah, I agree. Okay, let's scroll up here. Oh no, that's wrong. Wait. Is there anything here? That rad. Okay, so I'm gonna cut the crap, and it's like the numbers actual, like the actual note for later 3975. Okay, let's oh, it's that way. And 5. And Bob's your uncle. Great job. Okay, hold and move to remove the lock. And what we got here? An electrician's diploma. Okay, so like by moving around, this is like, you know, there's like a lot of minigames that involve like a number of activities, and I'm actually moving the mouse like crazy. Nothing seems to be happening here. Okay, that's it. Great. Okay, so ladder, yeah, it's like train, phone, light bulb, and ladder. So ladder is red, green, green, red, green. You can always ask Saul for help. Okay, N, by like pushing the N button, we get access also to the Saul help menu. Okay, clues on the house.
Did you see the diagram inside the box? It must be covered in dust. You'll see different codes. Each code will give you access to a line in the local electric grid. You know, you cut or restore the line powering the mechanical ladders. It's simple. The code you need is the one next to the ladder symbol.
Coolio. Thanks, pal. I got this. Okay, let's head back here. What was that? Red, green, green. Okay, so red, green, green, red, and green. Okay, so let's try to activate this. Wait, what was that? Red, green, green, red, green. So this must be green. So okay, the first button like activates the last light. Let's try to red, green, green. And this one must be green as well, right? Move it. Yeah. Something's still missing. Yeah, just pull the lever here. Do this. Power's back on. Good job.
Look at me now, an expert in city power grids. And to think I wasn't even capable of changing a blown fuse in my apartment. Now I should be able to activate the ladder that goes up to the camera. Let's check it out.
And we got another A. We won this minigame in one try. So yeah, it's like after each minigame, like, and this obviously includes like quick time events. We can now check our notebook. You know, you get like a rating for that. Examine people and clues. Okay, electric box. I think that's pretty much useless. This is just like a stat screen. I'm not really sure. It's not that I used it a lot. Can we pick this up now? Okay, clues later. Okay, let's head back upstairs and actually get to the ladder. Push the button. Okay, recorded. Have to get the tape out. Okie doke. Let's press the eject button. Does not work. There's no power going in. Yeah, I have no clue, man. Okay, go back, I guess. Okay, we can. Okay, open this thing here. Great. Okay, now we have to unscrew using the mouse like those screws here. So this is basically it. Like, you know, the puzzle so far, there's not much of like, you know, this what I call lateral thinking, you know, like combining, like picking up stuff and combining them with the environment. This is like straight up like logic puzzles. And this is, I hate those, like those shifting things here. Man, those suck ass. So I think like the light indicates whether or not, you know, your tile is in the right spot. It's kind of hard to navigate also. No, dude, I wanted this to come down. Dude, come down here. It's like, what the f... It's not working. I don't know why. This is not at all what I wanted. Okay. Oh, dude. This is horrible. To be honest, it's like this is the first time I'm experiencing like those problems. I've played this section twice so far, and something wrong with my mouse? No, this is not what I wanted to do, man. Go up, go... Okay, this is more like it. Come on, man. No, no, down, down. No, down. Dude, okay, go back up. Down, left. No. Dude! Man, down. Okay, this is horrible. So seriously, like... The problem is, like, if I don't solve this, there's, like, nothing more that I can basically show off here. Let me just try to solve this off camera and I'll be back in a second. Yeah, I got it. This is really excruciating. I mean, you got 4 directions that you want to move tiles, and why of all like possibilities would you use the mouse to do that? Why not the directional keys or the arrow keys? Yeah, I don't get that. Okay, let's get the tape out of here and let's bounce, man. Right. I gotta see, yeah, because it took me forever, like 10 minutes.
I've got the tape. Great. So who is it? What do you mean, who is it? Who's who?
You know, the shooter?
I don't know yet. I haven't had a chance to see the tape. I've got everything I need back at HQ. I'll let you know as soon as I find something.
I don't even know how they know that somebody died, because there's no body, like he said, like, you know, like fish fodder or something, like, whoops, fodder for the fishes. Then, and how does he know that somebody has been shot? I don't get it. If they don't have a body, they don't have a murder weapon, they basically have nothing, like, I don't know, like, did the person see them getting shot? So yeah, now we can, like, look for clues. So now we can click on all the stuff that, you know, previously we're not allowed to click on. Scoff. Nice. Okay. Can we talk to...
Not now, Mr. Johnson. I don't want to be disturbed. I'm on the verge of cracking this case. I can smell it. This blood stain is the key to the whole puzzle.
Alright. So in the end, it's like yet another mini game that I want one of those papers. Like, yeah, because we obviously have to get our information from the newspaper, being, you know, the private dick that we are, pun intended. Okay, and then, you know, this is yet another mini game. This is like newspaper vending machine. So we have to like select all those hidden coins here. Open this, pick up the coin. Is there something in here? Yeah, $1. There's something here. Wait, this one I haven't seen. It's like a lot easier when you actually know where everything is. That's what she said. Okay, there's a coin here, and I think... No, I already opened this one. Yeah, so also, like, we have to, like, somehow figure out how much one of those newspapers is. So it's like either we take a look at the price here, or, you know, as just witnessed, also there it's like 137. Because we, after all, have to buy one of those newspapers. So I think that should be it, right? We have to shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Okay, pick up that coin, and then let's use our coins to... Okay, $1 does not work. Like, get this up to 120, 30, and 7 it is. And let's open this bad boy. Okay. Okay. So we have to like tear it off here. Let me just tear this off. Okay. It's better than nothing.
Right. Let's see what we can learn from this half of the front page. Any mention of a homicide? The headline is "A Spectacular Prison Break." Underneath it's written, "An individual described by the police as extremely dangerous escaped with help from a mysterious accomplice in black." In the article it says that the fugitive was a well-known criminal. It doesn't mention his name, or maybe it's on the missing part of the page. The escape took place at 3:30 p.m. A steel cable was attached between a passing cargo ship and the bars of the prisoner's window, ripping out a section of wall overlooking the river. The masked man was waiting for the prisoner in a boat at the base of the prison, riverside obviously. The two accomplices quickly left Jugal Canal and fled through the city's sewer system, denying the police any chance of following them. Nice escape. But it doesn't make any mention of the homicide last night.
Straight A. Yeah. Dude, I mean, this is like another thing that I'm not really too fond of. Like, is it getting the information from the newspaper? And like, seriously, like, we only have this like shred of newspaper, so we don't know who the the escaped or the fugitive is, but you know, it's like just go to like a normal newspaper stand and just take a look. It's on the front page, for crying out loud. I don't know, like it's these inconsistencies that really you know, it's like destroy the whole atmosphere of the game. Okay, enough clues. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna call it quits here. I mean, I'm gonna head back to the headquarters. Analyzer, okay. I stick any object in it. A shoe, a brick, a dead rat, a Red Johnson. No wonder you have this. Whatever. Yeah, I'm not gonna do this because this is basically like, you know what normal adventure games would have you do in the inventory screen, like, you know, look at stuff and then combine it, and you know, things like that. Yeah, so like final verdict off the whole thing. I mean, the problem is, like I've already pointed this out. Like the whole. I mean, graphically speaking, the game looks actually pretty nice. And you know, remember that I was under the impression that it actually was a iOS release, which obviously is not true. But you know, it came out on the PSN. I mean, graphically speaking, it is okay. Like it does a cool job. Also, the music is okay. I mean, we have this one repeating tune here, like this jazzy thing, but that's okay. Like it's supposed to be like a private detective sort of story, so I think this whole like noir feel to it makes sense. But then again, it's like the flaws, you know, that I think outweigh the whole premise. Like, I mean, this is highly, I think obviously this game is geared towards like the casual gamer. It's highly linear. You basically, it's like pearls on a like beads on a string. You just hop from like minigame to minigame, and you know, basically do what the game tells you to do. And gameplay wise, it doesn't offer much, like, you know, and you cannot do stuff before you have completed other sections of the game, you know, as just evidenced in this portion of the game before. So yeah, I'm not really sure if you know, like nice graphics and nice soundtrack, you know, make up for all that kind of stuff. That's obviously wrong here. I mean, a huge issue that I have with the game is obviously the story, because it's just ludicrous. I mean, it does not make sense at all. Like, they're trying to establish like this whole, like, it's actually like a dystopian future if you have like hundreds of murders a day, or like over 100 at least. You know, it's like I wouldn't be worried. Like this Saul type of guy, I would be, dude, you're gonna get killed like in the next 8 years. You're gonna turn up dead, man. It's like, it's math. It's not even like matter of probability, really. It's just like 8 years and you're dead, dude. Get out of this fucking town. This is what I'm talking about. Like, those guys really did not know what they're getting themselves into, I think. Like, you know, publishing or like writing a backstory so crazy for a game like this, you know. And then again, it doesn't make sense because, you know, like a film noir sort of game usually works like with a detective story. That is sort of interesting, and then there's a twist. Like, this is what you expect off a noir, like a film noir, or like a book, a novel, or a video game, for example. It's basically that, you know, you have like a crime story with like an interesting twist or plot at the end, something like that. I cannot see this, you know, happening here. At least there's no build-up whatsoever. The story drags along. The dialogues, I mean, you witnessed that. This is like, you can sum this up in 4 or 5 sentences, like all the information that we needed, you know, without laboriously clicking through dialogue lines. And it's not even a dialogue. It's basically just like, you know, there's no options that you can choose. So you basically have to listen to the, again, linear, yeah, dialogue that's being, you know, played out for you. So yeah, it's not really my type of game. I mean, if you're a casual gamer and you think this may be for you, you don't really have the time to, like, you know, invest into a game, you just want like a quick fix, then, you know, this might be for you. But for me, this is too little. I mean, the graphics and the sound, this is actually what the game has going for it. And I'm not even talking about the design, like the aesthetics, because this is sort of like messed up. Because we have like this super modern computer here, then we have VHS tapes and a camera that looks, you know, straight out of like a Bioshock sort of thing. It's like a 1950s or 60s sort of environment. You got the newspaper. It's just it doesn't add up. I think the asking price for this game was 14.99. Now it has been reduced to I think 10.99. However, this is just the first episode of I don't know how many. I think the second episode is already out there. I would not pay that kind of money for that game. Even if it was like a complete game, maybe, I don't know, not even 15, it's like 10.99 for the whole series, depending on how long it is. Yeah, I could, consider spending that, but it's like 14.99 for just this episode. No way. And I'm not even going to finish this, just because I have this copy here. It's like I got it already. I don't think that it's actually worth my time, I'm really sorry to say that, because obviously a lot of work, a lot of polish went into that, and it shows. Like, it is definitely, one of the more polished titles in this genre. But like I said, like especially the adventure game genre, at least in my books, lives or like breathes through the transportation of cool stories. And so far this is lacking here. We got like a lackluster. Murders, like it's like your umpteenth murder case thrown in your face and you solve it. Why would we even? Like, why do I care? I don't even care. Especially if you're in a city that, is basically drowning in murders and crimes. Why would you care? This does not make any sense at all. Also, like the puzzles are very, very like straight up mini game sort of puzzles that, I mean, like, let's face it, if you go online to like any of those Flash games, you could probably have this for cheaper, like, just, play minigame after minigame, and I think you could pretty much get the same results here. Plus, the controls were kind of clunky. Not sure if that was just me, like, having, like, a bad run here, but, yeah, it's like, just like this puzzle thing with the mouse didn't really work out. I mean, this is the first time you've actually programmed a video game. I know that it's not, so why would you even do that? Like a little, I don't know, like a little thinking ahead would have been nice here. I think this is like my verdict. Okay, in any case, don't want to drag this out too long. I think, you can make an informed decision now whether or not you should buy this. I'm gonna post the links in the description as always if you actually do choose choose to pick it up. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Hope you enjoyed the video. If so, as always, let me know. And I hope to see you soon on one of my on my channel, because I only got one. Thanks a lot for watching, and goodbye.